to talk about 12, 12, 12, the date. Some people say it's not special at all. I mean, just its unusual numbers makes you think it's quite special. But I've always been told that December is quite an important month, as everyone knows, and it's important to sort of hold the light in December. And I'm also told a lot of this alignment and a lot of things we're doing, it's starting on important days of 12 to bring in the divine feminine energies. And then I was told it's a connection of Nuit and Geb. Everyone's done Isis. You've done Isis 1, haven't you? And everyone's done Isis 1, so you know about that. And if you look at the map up there, you see the goddess Isis, and then you see Geb, her husband, underneath, and holding hands. This little book here, which has got the easiest illustration and description of what it is. Shu separates Nuit, the sky, and Geb, the earth. After travelling along the underside of Nuit's body by day, the sun is swallowed by the goddess each evening and passes through her body with the stars during the night to be reborn at sunrise. The red dawn sky represents Nuit's blood as she gives birth to the sun. And that's just from this book here, and you see them together. The story goes that they had to be separated, of course, so that people could live on the earth. But they still like to try and connect. So I was told it's return of the divine feminine energy to earth, and also the reconnection of heaven and earth, which in ancient Egyptian terms means that Nuit and Geb can finally be connected. And really there's no reason why you can't have Geb and Nuit closer together, because they're spiritual beings, so there's no reason why they can't merge together. That's what I was told. I was also told, as I said, it's important to hold the energy for December because a lot of people are in fear. I think the most will experience some computer things, but you never know. It could be unfortunate. But and again, I do believe most of the calendars have changed, because of the Gregorian calendars. So I don't think they've got the date correct anyway, the 21st of December. But I have felt a lot of new energy coming in, positive energy coming in since 22nd of November. So that's very good. And today I was sitting there, I could feel all stars coming down around me. I was having trouble focusing when we're going through the Teachers' Forum tonight. I feel all these stars coming down. It sounds quite strange, but I feel all the stars coming down. So that's nice. That's not getting in early. So, we'll ask for Isis to come in. So call upon Isis, and we thank her for her presence. And we call upon all the mother goddesses. So I did bring Kuan Yin back in as well. We call on Lakshmi, Devi, Sarasvati, and many beings of light. We call on Mary, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, all the goddesses. And feel them coming swirling into the room. And know that when the feminine energy comes in, it brings a softer, gentler, more beautiful energy for us and for the world. Okay. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing a full meditation now. I just want to explain that I'm sure I've said it in classes, but I always find whenever there's a lot of feminine energy coming into the earth or in a location, there's always much lower crime rate. It's usually much happier place and location. And I guess I always think of like Singapore with the big Kuan Yin temple in the centre of the city and various little Kuan Yin temples around the place. And I do find that the feminine energy brings in that gentler, kinder, loving energy, and where places are very strong male energy, it's always a higher crime rate and more discord and more arguments. So it's really been since 1999 that we've had all the different astrological things happening to bring in the feminine energy. There was an important transit also in June 2004, the Venus transit, 2004, and I was over in the United States in Laguna Beach during, what was it? I think it was the advanced angel therapy. I did a 5-day advanced angel therapy course with Doreen Virtue there. And, before that, I was sort of involved in the Melchizedek method, and we're working with the feminine energies. And some of the books that I've been reading, I say that really 2112 is about the return of the feminine energy and bringing that feminine energy back into the earth. And I do think that is quite correct, actually. I can ask Isis what she thinks. Dear one. Yes, this is Isis. This is Isis. This is Isis. And we greet you. You are all welcome here today. And we are laughing at you all, trying to decide what is the purpose of being here today. Well, we just thought it would be good to gather you all here. And yes, it is a lighter energy coming to the earth. It is a lighter energy coming to the earth. It is a more joyful, it is a feminine energy. But most people would not feel that necessarily as a positive energy. And we would simply say, a number of people, animals have passed in the last few weeks. And there are a number close to us. And it is as if some people just can't cope with this newer vibration. Those who are weary and tired already will not find this extra energy so easy to deal with. And again, as we often say, all this energy coming to the earth is rather like the time of the full moon. When you are meditating, you're doing your psychic and spiritual work, it feels joyful. If you are very stressed, you will be extra stressed. And Elisabeth was saying she felt anxious this morning when she first awoke, and she could not think why she felt anxious. And indeed, it was the anxiety of the world. It was the anxiety of the world that she was feeling. You see, when you sleep, and often she wakes up and feels anxious for a few minutes, and then feels calmer. And when you are asleep and in that deep state, then you wake up, you feel things more strongly, and so you are picking up the anxiety. And do know that there are many still believing that just possibly something difficult will definitely happen on the 20th and the 21st. So there are many that you are not aware of who are fully prepared for disasters on that day, or for darkness, and for things like that. And many are not coping with the shifts and the changes that are coming to the earth plane. And we would say that Elisabeth has predicted that this month would be a difficult month for computers and would be worse around the 20th, 21, 22, 23. And that is why her computer, the computer today for the radio program was having difficulty. Indeed, it was beset by viruses, but that is the way of the world, you see. That is the way of the world at the moment. So most of the world is living in that continuous virus of fear, and so it makes anything like this a difficult time for people. It does not make them joyous. It makes them more difficult. And again, it was like the alignments that occurred in 1987, which is really the beginning of this time, this new age, 1987. And for Elisabeth, that was when she really found life very difficult until early 1992, when there was another great awakening, another alignment on 11/1/92, and then she awoke. But she had been in darkness for 5 years. So you see, the Mayan calendar in reality it is all about the darkness, the ending of humanity, and the ending of people who live in darkness being able to live on this earth, and that is how it is. And it is getting harder and harder for the people who live in darkness to survive upon the earth. And you look at this past year, the death, the suicides. There have been many, many, many. There have been so many. And the dark forces are having their last hurrah as such with all these people. So those who already are challenged are becoming far more challenged. And so we will not discuss the 21st further, for we say in reality it is not worth discussing it further. We will meditate upon that night. We will go further on our spiritual path that night, and then we will continue on. And then the world will continue on, and that is it. Now, we wish to go further and to bring Nuit with her stars in. Nuit with her stars. And you see, Nuit is my mother. She is my spiritual mother. The mother goddess, the goddess of protection. So you see, if you bring Nuit down to earth, you bring her really close to all of you, then you are ultimately prepared for all challenges. Then if you were to bring a Geb up to meet Nuit, and you were continuously in the body of Nuit and Geb, it is the ultimate spiritual protection, dear ones. It is the ultimate spiritual protection. All this year we have been working on spiritual protection, and we have given you this method and that method, and all have worked to some degree. And we understand that not all methods work continuously well for every person. But this, we do tell you, is a powerful one. It is a powerful one, and it is very gentle. There is nothing that can protect you 100% from the difficult energies, the difficult people of this earth. It could not be so, you see. It could not be so. If it were like that, then you would decide there was no more challenges upon the earth, and then you would probably leave this earth plane. And none of you are ready for that yet. You must stay here to bring in more light and reconnect heaven and earth. And it is part of the ascension of the earth that we are working on today. The ascension of the earth, to bring light to the earth, to bring the stars into the earth, to bring the light into the earth, and to bring the earth energy up to the stars. And so that is what we are doing. And as that happens, it is preparing the earth to go into light, be reborn into light. And remember, when you go with that earth that is just simply full of stars and full of light, it will be so beautiful, that new earth. It will be so beautiful. So this is the purpose of today, to bring heaven and earth together further. And it is for you, and it is for others. And once more, it is service work that you are doing. It is service work you are doing on behalf of many people. Now, we are going to call upon the archangels to do some clearing first, upon this room, upon this space. And we're going to call in Archangel Michael to come with his beams of light and put bright beams of light through you all. And we are bringing in also Azrael. And Azrael and Michael and now Anubis are coming, and they are clearing you all of energy cords, checking for lost souls and spirits with you that need to be taken to the light. Anyone that is tagged along as such, as you come to this meditation tonight. And we're also working with our galactic brothers and sisters from Arcturus and from Sirius and the Pleiades. So you see, dear ones, part of this journey today is also to help you to become more aligned with our galactic brothers and sisters of light, the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the Syrian beings. Would you like to be like them? It would be beautiful, dear one. You would have a body of light, and you would be living in joy much of your life. So we are preparing you, and this is part of the process we will complete on the 21st of December, remember? Activating your Arcturian and Syrian light bodies, and to bring those energies to the earth. Yes, indeed, all the work you are doing is unique to me and Elisabeth, for many are receiving different messages, and for them it is important they receive the messages they receive. But for those initiates who really understand about Isis and the feminine, this is the work that needs to be done now. To turn Earth into a planet of light that can take its place in the higher realms easily. To let go of the Earth as it has been, you see, full of the virus of fears, the karma, and all the pain and suffering that you experience on Earth, and just to allow the beautiful parts of Earth to exist. Now understand, there can be no existence without some lessons, but it need not be the many painful lessons that people continuously experience here on Earth. It need not be like that. So this is what we are preparing you for and the Earth for. To be birthed into light. And it is happening, and you are almost there. Not yet, not this year, but you are almost there. And January the 5th, we have told you, is another special date. And a 5 should give away part of the secret. It is my number, my birth number, and my special number. So, we must meditate on that day and to bring more energies from the stars, and especially Sirius, to bring more energies from Sirius in on that day. So all these things must be done continuously. And the work will continue in Egypt as well. The work will continue in Egypt. And finally, sometime next year, there will be a great shift. Now Elisabeth is saying, what about those who are saying there is coming a great disaster in the form of a great solar flare from the sun that will destroy many things on this earth, And we say, that may happen, but it will not be as destructive as many have seen, but this event will occur, and it will occur in 2013. So we do wish you to consider this and to be prepared for this, and to know it will be happening in 2013. It will not be the total disaster that many have seen, that life on Earth, as they have seen it, will be wiped out for many years, will not exist in any degree of comfort upon this Earth. But events are happening that do cause concern and worries. But at the same time, the solar flares will also bring people to a greater awareness, to a much greater awareness level. So, this is the path that has been chosen. There are many beings in the higher realms who overlook Earth. And they do have plans for Earth. They do have plans for Earth. Now we will go back to those busy angels gathering up the spirits of some deceased ones who are with you. Now look around you all, dear ones. Look around you all. You may keep your eyes closed. You may keep your eyes closed. But look around with your clairvoyant eyes, with your pineal gland. Look around. What can you see? Are there any spirits with you who need to go to the light? Are there any dark beings? We call upon the Arcturian beings of light to put bright white light. We ask for their download upon and through us now. We ask them to remove any dark beings, any reptilian beings or energies around or within us, any lost soul, any dark demonic beings. We ask they be taken down into the halls of Amenti or released to the light, as is needed and appropriate for them. And this is happening now, and there will be a silence for several minutes while this continues. Now see a great portal of light in the centre of this group. And release into that portal of light any beings you wish to release that have not already been taken away. Ask them to stand in that centre of that portal of light. Archangel Michael will beam bright light upon them, as will the Arcturian beings, and then the Syrian beings. And know there are many more Syrian beings coming now. And the beam becomes so bright. It is like a laser beam. And suddenly they give one great pulse. And you're aware of some spirits being taken to the light for healing. And a few spirits go down, down, down to Amenti for healing, judgment upon their soul and transformation. And this is as it should be. And today is very much a return of the Syrian energy to the earth. So it is very much the star blessings energy that Elisabeth received on 11/11/11/2009, the star blessings energy in the Queen's Chamber of the Great Pyramid. And feel that starry energy now. And it's more of a blue light from Sirius coming down. The Syrian Council are here, and they have words of wisdom for you. Now, who are the Syrian Council? There are those who have been working with the Syrian Council for some period of time now. And now they wish to come and say some words. It is our time to return to the earth and know that we are one voice, but There are 15 of us, the Syrian Council, but we speak with one voice through Elisabeth. And it seems to be a male voice, for mainly we are male. And this is the way it is. We are mainly male. But there are 5 females. An imbalance, you would say. And the Syrian Council are here to oversee the transition into the new age, into the light of the world. They are the main council assisting. And knowing that their journey has not been easy, for there are many dark forces at work opposing their work. And there are some that are there but do not really greatly assist. The Orion energy is a positive energy, but the beings from Orion are not able to greatly assist Earth at this time. And then there are beings from the other planets who are not positive, who greatly try and stop our work. But as the Syrian Council come, we have been appointed to talk through Elisabeth in the future about things happening to the world. And so Isis is still the Divine Mother, but the Syrian Council are the beings behind many decisions that have been taken in recent years. And the Syrian Council are deciding that this Earth must be changed. And the Syrian Council are the ones who have decided that the Earth needs to be born into light, rather than destroyed with a great solar flare or a nuclear explosion. For a solar flare would set off a great nuclear explosion, you see. And so that is why we cannot allow that energy to be so destructive. And we'll go back to the story of Ra, the sun god, being so angry with people on Earth for not looking after the Earth and each other. And he was starting to be angry and destroy the Earth. You remember that story? Well, Ra, the sun god, is rather angry again at present, and that is why the number of solar flares have been happening and could happening. But remember, always, decisions were made that were tempered by consultation with Tehuti. And Tehuti is part of the Syrian Council. Tehuti is part of the Syrian Council, you see. And so a decision was made that the world would not end in a great solar flare and nuclear explosion. So, remember, Nuit was pregnant, she could not give birth to her children. But the story goes that Tehuti gambled with Khonsu, the moon god, and so Nuit could give birth to her children who lived upon the earth. And even though Nuit and Geb are separated, they're reuniting. So, in a way, you see, you're recreating the story. The story that you hear, that you see as mythological, is happening once more. And is Sekhmet running wild over the world? Well, in a way, the people are running wild over the earth. You did not need Sekhmet to be destructive. But no, we are bringing a gentler, softer, feminine energy to the earth, rather like the rebirth of Sekhmet to become a healing goddess. And so this is the plan, once more, for the earth to be saved. But not to continue as it is, for it cannot in physical form continue. And so, as we have said, the work today is bringing heaven and earth together. And as they merge and merge into light, it will be very simple to simply slide into and up to a higher dimension for the earth, and you will all be living in bliss. It is possible to live in bliss on this earth. And we greet you and we farewell you. We are the Syrian Council. Thank you. I'll go back to Tahiti. The Syrian Council is not limited to 12 members. It is not limited to 12 members. Other people might work with the Syrian Council of 12 members, but it is not limited to 12 members. If you were to look and you were to see the Syrian Council, there is about 33 of them. There was about 33 of them. And you can see them in the distance, 33 beings of light. Some people may work with a council of 12, but we say at this time there are 33 light beings from Sirius here. And they're all members of the council. But there are other members of the council who are not here today. It is not like your local council, you see. They are not limited. They do not have elections. In fact, the council, there are thousands of members of the council, Syrian beings. For there are millions and millions of Syrian beings. And the members of the council, yes, there are thousands. And they come with different roles and different purposes. But the council that has been asked to come here today to dealing with these immediate things here on earth is numbered 33. Okay? And we're still going back to this purpose. The purpose of being here, as what you have been told, it is part of your soul contract. And there are many things that you cannot fully understand of why you study, why you do these things. And we ask you to trust that being here today is of purpose, to hear these things. And we will do a meditation. There will be a meditation to connect heaven and earth. And then we would ask you to continue that meditation each day for a week. Each day for a week. And then each month for 12 months. And this will help all on earth. So, as you have agreed, your soul has agreed, all those who have had lives in Sirius are being reunited at this time to do their work, but not everyone is chosen to do this particular work. And those who have decided before they incarnate to do this work are now starting to receive their plans as such. And so some responded, some did not respond to this call. We did put out the call to many more, but most people chose not to respond, as their souls are covered in darkness. And you would say they are not dark, but they are covered in a greyness, so that when they hear this call, they say, this would be nice, I would love to be there, but I have many other pressing things I must do, so that must take precedence. And that is like most of the world. Most of the world is just starting to wake up to the spirit world. And they are still at a level of just beginning awareness, where they look at the psychic mediums and they say, wow, they are so good, they are so exciting, look at those people, they are psychic mediums, they can speak to the dead. But in reality, there are realms and realms of enlightened beings all around you, willing to help you, and who wish to connect with you at this time, and wish you, as you receive their light, you will walk down a road, and you will emit this light. And as you emit this light, it is sending light to others. But you will not always see that. You will not always see that. And so, this is our answer as to the purpose of why you are here and the purpose of these meditations. Blessed be. And so we will do a meditation. So today, being the 12th of December, 2012, 12, we're doing a meditation to return heaven to earth in the form of Nuit coming down to earth to connect with Geb, the earth god. And as you continuously bring the stars down, and the body of Nuit down to this earth, and you merge the earth energy up, and they meet together. And Isis will infuse more energy to this earth. You'll find it is easier to walk upon this earth lightly. It is easier to feel joy in your heart. It is easier to flow with light. And this, which you promise, is starting to happen. You cannot believe that finally all the pain and suffering you have been through will be a continuous thing. But it is coming, it is coming. It will not always be totally continuous, but it is coming. And so you experience moments of great joy, of great pleasure, and then a lot of pain and sadness. But we say it is happening, that the divine feminine energies are coming fully to this earth. So we would like you to consider our dear Mother Nuit and to think of her above you with her starry sky. Think of Geb below us and feel that energy. Now remember, there are those that say the earth is feminine, it is Gaia. But we say it is mainly male. It is mainly a male energy. But it is those who abuse the most are always female. So that is why the earth is called a female. Now, feel the earth beneath your feet. And as you feel the earth, you'll feel some pain in your feet. You'll feel some anxiety and fear, for that is the way of the earth. For that is the way of the earth. And now you feel a beautiful green energy beneath your feet. You feel a beautiful gold energy. And you feel Geb spreading his energy throughout the earth. For he had withdrawn his energy from the earth, and all you can feel is pain. All you can feel is pain. If Geb were to spread his energy throughout the earth, you would feel joy, you would feel peace. So we ask Geb to return his energy to the earth. We ask Gaia to return her energy to the earth. We call upon the white light beings to return their energy to the earth. The white light beings, the ley lines, are really white light dragons. I feel a surge of white light underneath your feet, and swirling all around you. This is the ley lines being returned to balance. Just before we begin, we will ask the Aboriginal guardians of this land for permission to do our work here. We ask them to join in and work with us if they wish. And they agree to work with us. We would like to say that we would really like the ancient Aboriginal guardians and spirits to join in today. We would like our planet Earth to be like it was 500 years ago. And it was a peaceful and joyful place here. And we tell them we are doing our best to return the land to that state. And they agree to work with us here. And we thank them. with this music returning. It was recorded in a beautiful goddess temple underneath the ground. So that energy is still there. And now you're aware of Nuit with all her stars arched above us. And she's starting to flow starry lights down upon you all. And it's the energy of all the stars. And every star in the universe is sending pulses of light down to you. Every star that sparkles brightly is a positive energy star and is radiating light towards us now. As those pulses of light come and touch us, they touch little points in your body, what you might call the acupuncture points, meridians, and little lines of light start to shoot out from you and within you. So you start to be reconnected back to the stars. And feel Nuit now just above us. And it's like she is just there above the ceiling. And she puts out her hands either side. And feel Geb beneath us. They're trying to hold hands, to join hands. And the fingertips meet. But we are still here. We are still here. And we're stopping them, merging together. And I'll ask Nuit for some advice on this. So I may be joined with Geb. You must bring more light from Sirius in. And you must let go of your logical minds, dear one. You have all chosen to be here to reunite heaven and earth. So let go of your logical minds on how this is going to occur. Now, look beyond this room and imagine you're above the earth looking down like on a Google map and you see Australia. And see the stars above. See the sun and the moon and the stars. And realize Nuit is larger than just the one in this room. And Geb is also below our feet. And there is also the sea. So we call upon Happy, the God, the water God. He's not just water God of the Nile, he's water God of all the sea. So we call upon Happy and the water elements. And we thank them. And then look out further and see a whole globe of the earth. And imagine the wheat is above the earth and the globe, and Geb is below. And once more they are reaching their hands to reunite. And then look out further. And you see in reality it is not just our earth, out further and further and further. You see the sun and the moon and the stars. And the angry sun, and the angry sun, and the angry sun. I will ask Ra why he is cross. Dear ones, why would I not be cross? I have given you light, I have given you warmth, and I have done so for thousands, indeed millions of years. And we have provided you with light, with joy, with warmth, with all you need. And you have not been content with this. You have created sources of energy that destroy your earth. So once more, as in ancient days, we are cross with you. So we go, zoom, and we send some energy that does not make you feel good. So we say, what can you do to appease me? We say there is nothing you can do to appease me. But no, once more, solutions may appear that you are unaware of. And we're aware of Tehuti now, coming smiling into the room. And then you're aware, way, way above us, way further away, there's this incredible white matrix of energy. Incredible white matrix of energy. And as you sense this white matrix of energy, we're told this is the universal mind. The universal mind. And we'll ask the universal mind what we should do with the sun. We are the universal mind. We do not give advice. We tell you as things are, but we do not give advice. We say, yes, the sun is hot. It is crazy hot. And yes, a solar flare that could destroy you all is possible. The solutions are not coming from me. The solutions are not coming from me. I am like a recorder. I'm like a recorder. And Akashic records. You could see me like that. But I do not have the power to change the sun. And those who talk to me, who talk to the universal mind and seek information, are receiving that information. Now you must ask to speak to the highest part of your soul, the arc, the very highest part of your soul. Imagine in the distance the brightest ball of light you could imagine, your arc. That part of you that is wise, is beautiful, knows everything. And as you see that beautiful ball of light way, way above you, you're aware that everyone in the room has the same incredible ball of light. And it is a ball of light. But there is an invisible light that connects you, all of your souls, all that heard the call to be here today. And as you connect all your souls, you have all knowledge, all wisdom available to you. So, you do have a great deal of wisdom that is available to you. And so we'll ask each person's soul to now shine into their head and into their heart words of wisdom, words of light. And you may ask your own soul, what is my purpose for being here? What can I do about the current situation on earth? Messages of light will come into your mind and your heart. And as the messages come in, you're aware of a great shift of energy coming into this earth, into your mind and your heart. And if you could look out the top of your head like a lotus as such, and shine your light outwards and look upwards, you would see every star in the sky twinkling so bright. You get a sense of the moon and the sun and the stars being in harmony. You would get a sense of Tahuti laughing in the background, saying, see, we are finding solutions for you, but always the solutions must come from you too. And you're aware now that there is a greater goddess than Isis, a greater goddess than Nuit, a great feminine and male energy that is just the most powerful force you could ever imagine. It is heaven and earth reunited. It is male, it is female, it is everything. And this light is pulsing down to the earth, through you and into the earth. The divine feminine is being returned to the earth. It comes through you, through your head and your body and your heart, and into the earth. You're aware of the light going right through you and going right into the center of the earth. And as this light touches the center of the earth, it is like there is an explosion of energy. And you're aware of white light coming out from the earth and up through the earth. And the light comes out of the earth and touches everyone living upon this earth. And as the light touches everyone living on this earth, they feel a vibration. And it's a gentle, subtle vibration. And it is a loving vibration, a healing vibration. And if you could look at the earth as a globe, like you were way away from the earth, you were looking at the earth, you would see the earth now starting to pulsate a light outwards from itself. And the light pulses through it. And you're aware it is a blue-white light. And it is a starry light. It is Nuit and Isis, the divine feminine energy, in the earth. We have merged heaven and earth. And where is Geb? You're aware that Geb is above us, the earth is above us, the earth god is above us. They have swapped sides. Mother Isis is in the earth and Geb is above. And so, in this way, the earth energy is being healed. The earth energy is being healed. And then they swap once more. And you're aware of Geb is in the earth, Nuit is above. But you can feel a different energy in your feet and your body. Now as you feel that energy within you, feel the most beautiful blue lotus underneath your feet and all around you. and you're aware of becoming like a blue lotus. See, Nephilim is with us. He is rebirthing you into light. Feel an energy at the base of your spine. Sekhmet is with you, and she is reigniting your Kundalini energy at the base of your spine. And feel a pulsation there. And you're coming back to life. You have awoken before, then you have gone into sleep, and you awake and you go back to sleep. But today it's a stronger energy than you have had before. And feel that warmth, that vibration, that Kundalini activation. And Elisabeth cannot do this for you. You must do it for yourself. Today is about you activating yourself and reuniting and receiving your own words. This is the way it is. And we would remind you all in this room of your duty to be here from long ago. You chose it almost at the beginning of Earth time, and you chose it before your incarnation. And we thank you for honouring and remembering today. Now we'll spend light out. Think of your family and friends. And just place your hands in front of you and allow pulses of beautiful starry Nuit energy to flow to them. Be aware of starry energies entering their crown and flowing down all around them. Be aware of Geb working beneath their feet to connect them with the earth energies of stability and strength, while Nuit showers them with starry energies of light and infinite possibilities. And take a few minutes on all your family and friends and loved ones, ones you care about. See them connected with Nuit, connected with Geb, and then see Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, shooting incredible blue-white light into them. As the white light flows into them like a burst, they feel the vibration and know something beautiful has happened. They can't quite explain it, but it feels beautiful. Now Isis is with each and every one of them. Kuan Yin is with each and every one of them. I get a sense of that beautiful, motherly, Kuan Yin, Isis, calming energy descending upon them. And Isis is saying, dear ones, we thank you for connecting heaven and earth. And each day we ask you now to see within the room that you're in, Nuit above and Geb below, and see them merging together and merging their energies together within you. Then look up and see the bright star Sirius flowing beautiful blue-white light to you. And as you do, you look up and you see the Nuit energy above, feel the Geb energy below, and merge the energies together. And finally look right up and imagine you have a globe. And as you see the globe of the earth, see Nuit above, Geb below, and then they merge together within the earth in an explosion of light and energy, an alchemical reaction. What is alchemy that is being done tonight? It is alchemy. And as there is now a new surge of energy within the earth, it will become easier for all who work with light and healing energy to live and work within the earth and on the earth, to do their work. And the light will uplift many people. There will be a greater awakening on the earth. As many awaken, become enlightened. There will be a greater flow of abundance and joy for all. Thank you.